Yes, hello, and welcome to Rose Play, Season 5, Episode 7. As always, I'm your host, Shian BlueRose, and my lovely wife and co-host...
Shian BlueRose. Hi!
She's energetic from Deadpool. So, as you may be wondering, wait, why are you doing a review about a movie that's not game-related? Well,
because it's awesome!
It's awesome. It's Deadpool. I wear him every time, during every review, every game, every Let's Play.
He secretly wishes it was Moon Knight.
Yes, I do secretly wish it was Moon Knight. We might get into that a little bit later. But I also figured, come on, it's Deadpool. Not only do I wear him as my motif for the episodes, but he fourth walls and breaks everything. He knows when he's in a movie, TV show, comic, and game. Not to mention there is a game of Deadpool out that will at one point be played on Rose Play. So I figured, for once, we'll break it and do a movie review. It won't happen often, might be the only time, but hey, why not?
Let's get to the movie!
Yes. Let's go ahead and get started with the first part, the history, plot, and story. So, with the history of Deadpool, first of all, the one thing I didn't actually know about first was that this is actually considered an X-Men movie, the 8th in the installment of it.
Romance and comedy. Very perverted romance comedy.
Deadpool at one point does say that this is a romantic comedy, and then horror at some point.
Because, well, he's in a trash truck.
Because, let's be fair, he fourth walls for the whole movie at us. So
I love how at the very beginning he's like, "Oh, hello there. How are you?"
Yes. So the history of this mostly is that after the X-Men Wolverine Origins flop fiasco,
they decided to retry.
Yeah. Well, originally they weren't going to do that at all. There was no intentions. Someone made a film thing to show off. It leaked. It got big fan reactions. And so Deadpool got relit. And especially after Days of Future Past.
And whoever leaked it, you were amazing.
They are, because that's what got Deadpool going. But after the X-Men Days of Future Past reset of everything, I think they thought this was their best chance to redo it.
I don't doubt that either.
Yeah. So, what is the story in the plot? Well, the story is about another Marvel superhero from the X-Men
crazy,
side.
psychopathic superhero who says he is not a superhero.
Yes, it's not your everyday superhero movie, as Deadpool states. Let's just explain the plot as far as we know when the movie first starts off. It doesn't even start with the origin. We start halfway into the action. It's he's out for revenge against Ajax. Francis. And he just wants revenge on him, and we don't know why or anything else. At some point, we start learning the backstory of how he learned to become Deadpool and became Deadpool.
How he decides to start the story as he's falling and lands in a garbage truck.
Well,
our story starts in a garbage truck, people. I hope it doesn't smell.
Oh, it's Deadpool. He probably would have made that joke even if you didn't.
That's why I saved him the trouble.
But, so yeah, basically the story and the plot is he's trying to get revenge on Francis and get himself back to normal. And you learn about his origin story along the way, and you get to see how it all turns out. That's, I think, the story and the plot easily said without spoiling much of anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, so let's get to the presentation and the music.
Welcome back.
Dead Tonight fans. Wait, that might be Evil Dead. Scooter-atch that. So, the presentation is quite interesting. When we first start off the movie, we don't even technically know what's going on. It starts off in like this, I want to say slow-mo, but more like frozen in time.
It's like you could be sitting in your car seat, and it's like, what am I looking at? Oh, there's a dead piece here. There's a dead piece there. There's a dead piece there, a dead piece.
You see Deadpool in midair. You see enemies or somebody hurting.
Or a piece of someone.
And it's all in this frozen freeze frame.
It's like you're NASA on Sub-Zero gravity. Woo!
Well, this is playing for the presentation of the slow-mo. And we see this a few times during the movie. It doesn't really slow like it did, but it kind of goes slow-mo. The credits start playing while it's doing this, and it's playing Angel of the Morning.
Which is not a bad, because normally you get stuck with some stupid rap.
In most Marvel movies, yeah, nowadays it's
I
a
don't
rap or heavy metal.
I want to hear something nice. Finally, thank you.
Well, while Angel in the Morning's playing, it's going through and it's slowing everybody frozen, and the credits start playing, and normal credits. Nope, not in Deadpool. In Deadpool, we have credits like, that other guy, Asshat. The evil British guy.
Or what was it, pardon my language, but sexy bitch.
Yeah. It's like, wow, Deadpool's even messed up the credits.
He can't leave well enough alone.
Nope, and because of this, that's where the next part of the presentation throughout most of the movie goes, is through the fourth wall breaking. He breaks the fourth wall constantly. You see fourth wall breaks. It makes an interesting plot twist for presentation. And that's pretty much how the movie goes. He talks to you most of the time, and most of the stuff he does in that movie is for your benefit.
Funny, screwed up benefit. Because I will say this, Deadpool is a psychopathic, narcissist, pervert.
But of course, after being tortured like he does,
he kind of has earned his right to be this.
Just a little bit. So, along with the presentation of that, there's also the fact that not only does he fourth wall stuff, but music gets played quite a bit, actually.
I will actually admit, I normally hate the rap, and this is where I come in.
A little bit before we start the music section.
I like it, because I normally hate rap, but I'm actually enjoying this one.
Yeah, there was a Deadpool rap, and it was amazingly done. It was short, that might be why I enjoyed it, but I still wish they
don't like that whole long and reloop.
Oh god, I know, right? But I wish they would have played that for the end credits rather than the, X gonna get you now. I mean,
it made no sense. What was the point?
Well, for the ending, it didn't. But when they played it in the movie with a cool slow-mo type shot of the people walking, it worked.
Well, not to mention that they had the two X-Men that kind of made it go well.
Not only did they have the two X-Men, remember we did say earlier that this was like an X-Men origin type installment, but he even states, wow, it's like you guys didn't even have enough money to get any other X-Men.
What a coincidence.
And there was just two X-Men, really, that I saw. So anyway, let's go ahead and dig into the music a bit more. She's better at the music than I am, so let's go ahead.
I like how instead of starting with rap like every other time, it's like, yay, rap. It's like I'm sitting there in the movie theater, I'm like, I'm just going to sleep through the beginning because it's like, I know it's going to be a rap song. Then out of nowhere, I hear Angel in the Morning. He's like, am I in the right theater? And I go and look, and I'm like...
Then it was kind of creepy, because we didn't know why it was playing and why there was so much slow-mo.
And it was like, okay, I'll go with this. Let's see how it goes. It actually worked very well with this.
And that's right, too. They also broke the wall at the very beginning of the movie, too, because as the credits were playing, you saw that magazine of US Today or whatever with the sexiest man alive. Which had Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
And it even showed the Green Lantern as Ryan Reynolds. And I'm just like, I looked at her and said, I'm like, that's the wrong universe. That's DC. How much money did they have to pay to get this?
Especially when those two collide, like...
Yeah. Maybe it's a hint at a DC Marvel crossover
maybe?
I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, the beginning of the music with Angel in the Morning was nice. The X Gonna Get You song, I don't remember what it's called.
It seems so out of place.
For you it does, for me it doesn't. I felt it worked because...
Of course you read more Deadpool than I ever did.
Yeah. It shows them all cool and whatnot. And Deadpool is a mixture of everything, but I really like is that he did like...
He's his own person.
He's his own person. He liked the old music.
Yeah. Wham!
Yep, I was just trying to remember that. I couldn't quite remember it.
Jinx, you owe me a soda later.
Well, I'll make sure there's no body parts in it. I'll make sure Deadpool doesn't get it for you. Yeah, Wham. He loves Wham. He even states to his girlfriend that he's going to play it the next time they meet in the next life.
And then at the very end, he just goes, bam.
Yeah, Wham does get played. We won't spoil too much into it, though. So, I think that takes pretty much good care of presentation and music.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and go next into the characters and actors.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, as Crazy One over here was going with Ryan Reynolds. Let's go ahead and start with Ryan Reynolds, which, why not? He is the main character of it as Deadpool. And Wade Wilson. Here's the thing. He did great. I think he still is the persona of Deadpool. I know they had him in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and I know a lot of people will say they disliked him in that movie.
Until they sewed his mouth shut.
Well, no, that's when I think people really started. I liked Wade Wilson as Wade Wilson in the movie, so I think he had the
thing for it.
Yeah, he had the thing for it. So to put him as Deadpool again is amazing. I mean, first of all, he is known as a big Deadpool fan. He does like to ad-lib and do a lot of weird things, so I think he was the perfect character for this. I mean, you could tell he cared and wanted everything to go right with Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention he makes quite a few cracks as well about Ryan Reynolds. Which fourth wall
why don't we?
But he does it in a good way. He's like, oh, no, that guy can do anything, and so on and so forth. And I hope he plays me if we ever have a movie and winks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, anyway. But yeah, for Ryan Reynolds, I think they couldn't have gotten a better part for Deadpool.
I give you a bow, sir, for excellent actorship.
The next person was Morena Baccarin. She played Vanessa. She was the girlfriend.
She didn't really have a very big part, but she had a very supporting part that helped Deadpool get along through the movie, because she was his main reason for the movie.
And to be fair, I want to expand on that with, I think most of the characters in this was more supporting him. I mean, they were there, they were their own character, but they didn't have enough screen time.
Yeah, so
most of them. Yeah, because I don't really feel that she was a strong character. I mean, towards the end, she played a strong character, but yeah, she was kind of there.
She was important, but not as important.
Not to mention, when we first meet her, we get to see a nice view of her. And
let's leave it at this. Ryan Reynolds and her have fun.
Yeah, they have sex.
But let's not share the apparently.
They have it for, I swear, 5 minutes. And you see everything.
Except for her boobs.
Except for her boobs, yeah. Everything but her boobs. Because Reynolds has a hold of them the whole time. But you get a great view of Reynolds' butt for the ladies.
Yay.
But she missed out on that part. She had to go to the bathroom. No, I think she came back for the butt part. Leave it to a woman.
I make it back in time to see a butt. Yay!
Alright. Okay, well, I do take that back about everybody being supporting character. The villain, Ed Skern, who played Ajax. Francis Freeman. He was the main villain of the movie. Ed Skern, I think... Actually, no, before we go back to this, I forgot to mention that Marina also played Talia al Ghul in 2 of the Batman animated movies. So I think that's nice.
Batman!
And she's a big fan of Batman, so I thought I'd throw that out in there, which now she'll probably want to watch them. But anyway, back to Ed Skern as Ajax Francis. I think he was a very good main villain. I think he was just that certain type of evil, but at the same time, he
was a balanced out.
Yeah, he really balanced out, and he did play a big role.
It's kind of creepy when you don't feel pain and you can do, or feel anything and just...
Yeah, his mutant powers or something that was done to him.
It basically makes him have no feeling. So when he gets stabbed or shot, it's just like, oh, okay.
Why not?
Let's go with it.
And it is who Deadpool is mainly after through the revenge plot. Ed Skern was also best known as Dario Nasharsh in Season 3 of the Game of Thrones, for you Game of Thrones fans. Apparently we keep getting characters in here from him.
We're sorry for this, but we have not watched the show yet.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it. Big nerd, sin, I know. But, yeah, I liked Ed Skern. I think he did very good in the role. Then there was T.J. Miller, who played Jack Hammer, which was Deadpool Wade's best friend.
Not to forget, he's also well known from Yogi Bear and How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, he was in those 2 movies as well. Again, kind of a supporting role. I mean, I think he had
his biggest help for Deadpool was helping him with his name. Which I love that Deadpool, before he sticks with just Deadpool, he's like, no, I am Captain Deadpool.
You know what? No, just Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does kind of help because Deadpool, in the movie at least, was pool to see who was going to die.
And how they were going to die.
And when and how. And he's like, I'm never going to get my money now.
Because now you can't ever die.
Yeah. I think the best friend probably played a little stronger role than Vanessa did.
No, actually, I want to say it equaled out.
It might have.
Because to be honest, I saw very little of the friend. I saw a lot more of Vanessa.
Could be true.
But the friend also fell into more important parts most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, then we have Gina Carano as Angel Dust.
That woman has to be on steroids.
Yeah, that woman was immensely strong. I'm pretty sure she was a mutant too, because at one point she fights with Colossus.
Oh, and Colossus, if you guys don't remember, is the giant metal man, and when you hit him, your hand's supposed to go, oh.
Yeah.
Where hers is going and hitting him, and he goes wee!
Like, all the way back, and Deadpool is just like,
That's why I got her. Oh, you talking on the phone? Okay.
Okay, maybe not. Finish your tweet, go on, throws it down, and then she gets bashed. But, I couldn't really find anything really important that she was in. What I did learn, though...
She was in an online thing called Annie Undocumented. You might be able to find it on YouTube.
Okay, there was that.
It on Google.
But mostly, she's a mixed martial artist fighter with 7 wins and 1 losses, which, from what you see in the movie when she fights, you can kind of see that she's mixed martial arts. At one point, she does give, like, a scissor lock to Colossus, so...
Oh, don't forget the little, sweetie, your tit.
At one point, they're fighting, and her boob starts showing, and Colossus is just like this to the screen, so you can't see the boob.
So sweet.
Yep, and then right in the metal cock knock. And
I love in the beginning, the very entrance, I would like to add this. Deadpool hits Colossus right there, too, and he's just like, oh, your poor wife.
Yeah, there's a scene, too, where Deadpool breaks, like, most of his bones trying to beat up Colossus.
Because Francis gets away.
Yeah, because Francis gets away at one point. Then we have Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
She's the one, that's from Annie Undocumented.
Is that the one? Alright. Yeah, I really didn't
Those two get me confused.
Yeah, I really didn't get much out on her as a movie.
She's not very well known yet.
Very well known. But as the character, I think she did quite well. I want to say she was a
very strong supporter.
Very strong support for Colossus, especially. I think those two worked good together. Those two actually showed up a lot more in the movie than Vanessa and. I
actually wouldn't be surprised if I caught those two together at some point.
No, I think it was more of a fatherly trainee figure. But Negasonic was kind of goth, and she reminded me of a version of Jubilee, but not quite.
She also reminded me of a lot of a version of Rogue, too.
Rogue, a little bit.
When I think goth, for some reason, I just think Rogue. Sorry.
More gothic. And then, finally, I'm going to let her say the name for Colossus.
Stefan Kopke.
Yes, and we're sorry if we did get your name wrong.
It's just your name is in a very, very different spelling.
Well,
I got your first name.
We're not from your country or out of country,
I have
so we're not
country
good.
in me, but I don't know how to speak it.
And I don't even do well in the first language, English, so... But he played Colossus. He has been in quite a bit of stuff. Nothing that I would know, because mostly his movies were Russian or German, something like that.
We even tried to pronounce one of these words. We're trouble.
Then there's a few people I didn't name off in here. There was the blind lady that's also his roommate. She was pretty funny.
Oh, she's hilarious. She's like makes the whole... She actually evens out Deadpool's perviness with her smart aleck talk. It's like,
yeah, and she's blind. And then, of course, the
I love how when she's putting together that thing from IKEA, and she's like, I did it just great. And then Deadpool sits down and it's...
Oh, yeah, and it breaks. Yep. And then the obligatory cameo from Stan Lee, which... I never thought I would see Stan Lee.
Stan Lee is the announcer at a strip bar.
Surrounded by a lot of boobies. I never thought I'd see Stan Lee.
The old man is in heaven. Congratulations, Stan Lee. You deserve it.
Yeah, no, I suppose he deserved it. I mean, he's been in so many Marvel movies. Might as well
Why not
surprise
have
the
some
audience.
fun?
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for that. This is normally where we do audience reaction and reception.
We
but
might
we'll
as well
get
have been the only two
Yeah, we'll
there.
get into that into a second. So we're just going to jump straight into reception, and we'll talk about audience in just a moment.
Reception, I thought it went...
I said in a moment. So, yes, the audience reaction, we really couldn't gauge, like she started to say. It was really just us. We had 4 other people in there, and I think they were both couples, or at least related.
They were 2 elderly couples.
Oh, God.
I think they walked into the wrong one.
No, they would have left by now. Yeah, so we can't really gauge an audience reaction. I can say I do have a friend. She is female. She went through it all 3 release nights. One with her gal friends, one with her guy friends, and then one with her boyfriend. So the movie had to have been pretty good. It got positive reception from what I hear. Okay, so here's what I have learned about the reception, though, for the movie. And facts about it. The film has made $328 million in the States alone.
That's not bad.
It's not at all. Especially since this is also the first Marvel, or not the first Marvel, this Marvel movie has beaten all other Marvel movies. This, including the fact that it is R-rated, foul language, blood, boobs, and violence.
Yeah, that's not pretty bad.
No, it's not. And then it made $363.1 million worldwide total to date, making up for a total of $691.2 million.
And that comes into second to what?
Yes. Well, first of all, right now, it's the highest grossing film of 2016. That's not saying too much as we're only in March. But so far, it's beaten all January and February movies.
I think we're forgetting a certain movie it's coming up against.
We haven't got there yet. That is coming up, actually. It's the second highest grossing R-rated film ever, right behind The Matrix Reloaded. So that's pretty amazing for it. But it is also the highest grossing 20th Century Fox film ever, not directed by both George Lucas or James Cameron.
That's going good for you, dude.
Yeah, the director or writer or whatnot who did Deadpool, hey, dude, you're now in the records of beating out George Lucas and James Cameron, and guess what? Those are pretty big names.
Yeah.
Other than that, the reception's been pretty good, positive. They already did announce a green light for the sequel.
Yay!
Which, from what we heard, will include cable. So
we're watching it on cable?
Or satellite TV. Whichever one. So, let's go ahead and get right into our final thoughts and the rating for the movie.
Welcome
to the final thoughts and rating. So, my final thoughts is this shows that there are adults that are willing to see the movies for superheroes, not just kids. You should be able to show off adult-rated superheroes as long as there's still limits to them. Maybe PG-13 it still, but make it more darker.
Yeah, because Deadpool is nowhere near PG-13.
No. And don't get me wrong, it worked. Him dark, twisted, the violence, the boobies, the language and everything, it worked out just perfect. I really did enjoy Deadpool. I can't wait to see the sequel. They did greenlight it, like we said, with Cable coming in as the Cable joke. Just personally, though, if an R-rated movie like this can work, someone I would like to see is Moon Knight. For it. Yep, I'm going for it. She said it earlier that I probably wouldn't be the last. I want to see a Moon Knight one. I feel he mimics Batman, but more darker, so I think an R-rated Moon Knight would be nice. I know Netflix, I've heard plans about it, so I'm hoping that goes over well. But otherwise...
You're not gonna get it, so give up!
Never. I will never give up on the Moon Knight. So, I think you all did alright. Ryan Reynolds, you did an amazing job.
Ryan Reynolds!
Everybody who did the movie, the actors, the directors, the writers, I think you guys pulled it off great. So, way to go. Congratulations. Final thoughts on your end?
I think I love Deadpool because he actually reminds me, you know how Batman's normally a stern, straight back, doesn't let anything bend his way. He's like that, but the polar opposite of Batman. So I think I like him that because he reminds me of what Batman would do if he was more loose-ended, or a Joker trying to be a good guy.
I see Joker. I also see a sadistic Spider-Man.
I can't see Spider-Man, I'm sorry.
I don't know, I kind of can't get Spider-Man.
Except with the smart aleck talk. But anyway, may I give my rating now?
Yeah, well, no, we need to get through a few little of their ratings first, then you can do yours first.
Alright.
So it did generally receive positive reviews from critics and audiences. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 84%, which would be like an 8.5 out of 10.
Which is really good, especially when they're rotten.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes usually doesn't seem to give too good a review, so that has to be a positive. The user rating review was 6.9 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
That's still pretty good. 65 out of 100 for another site, so it's kind of like a 6 out of 10. 90% from another group, which would be a 9 out of 10. There was one person who kind of did give it kind of low, and there was a reason behind it.
Origin story.
Yep. 2.5 out of 5 stars. The film was good, he said. The story was good. The characters, the actors, everybody did great, but it was bogged down by the origin story.
And that's normal, because you're going to expect that to shave off a few points.
I do see his point. I mean, they did do the origin story different, and at least he fourth-walled it still, so it was fun to watch, but it's like Spider-Man.
You've watched it so many times, you're going to fall asleep at the beginning.
Yeah, not just that, but how many times can you kill off Uncle Ben?
It's like, just shoot him already.
Yeah, just shoot him, get it over with. We know, great responsibility.
Blah, blah, blah.
Let's start the movie. Might be fun. So, and also lastly, the MTV Music Awards has nominated this for like 8 different categories. We won't really get into what they are, but I'm hoping they win because I do really want to see this movie do good.
Mm-hmm.
So, now we're to our ratings. You said you would like to go first?
I actually am not normally a DC girl, as I put it. And I'm actually going to shock everyone for the beginning of my first year doing it this year. I'm giving out my first 10, and Deadpool feels special because you might not get this next time.
You know, that is true. I'm surprised you do give it a 10. I'm glad you did, because originally
especially
you didn't want to.
Especially when the addict over here gives it less.
Yeah, I've already told her my opinion. We'll get into that in a sec. I am surprised, though, because originally she didn't even want to see this movie. She's like, oh God, why? I don't want to see this.
Because he's like, I'm taking you to Deadpool. Another hero movie? Again?
Yeah. She was pleasantly surprised, just like Pixels. So this goes to show that sometimes I do have good taste.
Sometimes. Just like I make you suffer through a romantic
yeah, but movie. You know I like that. That was a kind of backfires. But anyway, so my rating, as she said, I'm going to give it an 8 point. You know what? Screw it. I wear the Deadpool stuff all the time. Gonna play his game. I'm gonna give it a 9, not an 8.5. Forget this. I'm gonna give it a 9.0. I think it was great. Y'all did good. Congratulations. Want to see it still continue to do good next time. So I think that we put our ratings together, it come up to about a 9.5.
Yeah, I agree.
So not too bad for a movie. Go out and see it.
I recommend it, even though I normally wouldn't.
Though, of course, the movie's probably about out of theaters for y'all, so get it on DVD, support the DVD big time. Let's get more money to Deadpool.
Yeah, the poor guy needs it. He has a Hello Kitty backpack for an ammunition bag.
He needs better bags next time. Just support the movie. That's really all I can say. So, until next time, we'll go ahead and let you go. Remember, keep gaming, never give up.
Keep going, Deadpool.
And keep Deadpoolin', bitches.